out of this, I'm going to have to hang up and you're going to have to please try again.
All right, I'll call you.
Thank you. Hello, Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name.
Godwin.
Pardon?
My name is Godwin.
Sure. Go ahead.
The problem of my country, to me, leader is part of it, but the youth is part of it.
Could you speak closer to your mouthpiece? Could you speak up for us, please? Make some adjustment.
We have
Thank you.
poverty mindset mentality.
We have a poverty mentality.
Yes, yes. Most of us don't want to work. We are waiting for government to come and put food on the table for us. How many of them have entrepreneurial mindset?
What do you think brought about the poverty mentality?
Poverty mentality is that...
No, I know what it is. What brought about it?
Okay, they want to live large. They want to live big lives. They don't want to... You can imagine somebody using a phone of 200,000 and just you don't have a job.
Yeah, but what informs that kind of life? What creates that type of mentality?
Live big, I mean, they want to live large now. High pace of life.
Okay.
They want to live showy this way of life, of lifestyle. You don't have a job and you are using a phone of 200,000. You want the government to come and give you a job. To give you how much? How much will they be paying you?
So you think this multidimensional poverty is a function of the people and their inability to want to strive for excellence?
Yes. They are suffering from get rich quick syndrome. They want to be rich.
Wait, did you listen to do you know what we're talking about?
We're talking about
multidimensional poverty. You think this is a people problem, that the people do not strive enough, or they're corrupt and so they cannot be excellent?
They want to live large. They don't strive enough. They don't strive enough, and they want to live expensively.
Okay. Well, we'll find out what other people think about that. Yeah, I think we need to find out what other people think about that.
You don't have what you are doing. You are buying clothes of 15,000, 20,000. What do you expect the government to do for you that will satisfy you?
Yeah, but that's from an individual perspective. We're talking about this from a macro level, like a more broader socio-economic perspective.
Yes, we need to educate our mindset. We need to revolutionize our mindset.
Okay, so thank you very much, by the way. Lagos, is it me not getting him, or is there a point that he's making that you can buttress? Because I think that there is something here that separates what I'm talking about and what he's trying to say. I'm highlighting the fact that as a nation, we're battling multidimensional poverty on different levels. And I'm asking, how did we get here and how do we get out of this, assuming that the intent is to get out of it? I am not persuaded by the comments so far, but I'm hoping to find that by the end of the hour, we would have been able to structure something that sounds like a way forward. Hello. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hey, Joyce, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good afternoon. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Okay, name is let me use Sugar Daddy anyway. But I think in regards to Nigeria, it's just I would say it's a hydra of a problem. It's not just one factor or topic that we need to look at in order to address this multidimensional poverty. I think most of the callers that have called in, they have one or 2 points, and it's not just limited to that. We as a people, we have a problem with our mentality. Our culture has a problem. Our educational system has a problem. Our elite has a problem. I would say our elite system also has a problem. Each and every one of these points and more, there are points that we need to make changes to in order to at least, will I say, get out of this multi-generational poverty.
No, hold on a
second. Our elite system...
Can I interject here? Can I interject here?
Yeah.
I'm referring to this on a macro level, on a government, federal level type situation, where poor health is a perspective or is a concern, lack of education, a lack of, or low standard of living, where the income is little, next to nothing, or some don't even have any. People are economically disempowered. There's poor quality of work. There is even a possibility that those who are on this, those who fall within this category, are under the threat of possible violence. Do you think this is a people problem?
Yes, because at the end of the day, all these areas you just mentioned, who are those responsible? Either locals like us or the government. And who are the governments made up of? People like everyday people like you and me. For example, if it's one of not on employment, for example, I worked in the same company in Nigeria that I'm working now in North America. I was doing several roles in Nigeria, and I'm not even being paid the role of one of those roles here in North America. That is how bad it is.
Hold on a second. Could you run that by us again? You're in North America right now. While you were in Nigeria.
I'm in North America.
Okay, so while you were in
Nigeria, I was in Nigeria, I worked for the same company in Nigeria while I was in Nigeria, and now I'm still working for the same company in North America.
In Nigeria, you had multiple positions.
I know. I was employed for one role, but you know the way Nigerian we do our things.
Yeah.
They were employed for one role, but you're doing several roles at the same time. If I'm not exaggerating, I would say I was doing 4 or 5 roles in Nigeria.
Okay.
And I'm not even being paid the amount, the pay scale for one of those roles here in North America. It is that bad.
So
I have to leave.
You left Nigeria, so now you're earning more in North America. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
For one role, which is actually one role.
Yep.
Okay.
And who made these policies? These are also Nigerians like you and I, thinking, oh, I think I will help the company by helping them circumvent the system in order to pay
workers
employees.
less.
It's the same SAP system, the same database, the same everything we use in Nigeria that we're using here. But just because the system here is strong, well, there's nothing those at the other end can do. But wish they can come here, but it's only a few that can make it through, or it's only a few that can make it through the immigration system and leave.
So, given our level of poverty, what happens to us 5 years from now? Given our levels of, actually, it's more levels of poverty. What happens to us 5 years from now?
The current state is going, I only see loom and gloom all through. Because right now, even we that we are on this side of the curtain, picking up a call, responding to a hello from somebody in Nigeria is a problem. Because it seems everybody, you have that phobia in your mind that, okay, the person is only calling to ask for something. And there is so much, as in, how many people can you help at the end of the day? It's like, okay, this crab mentality where one is trying to escape, and the rest are literally holding on to him, and sooner or later, that crab will fall back in. If something is not done drastically in terms of our mentality, our education system, our type of government and investment, trust me, we are going nowhere. Most importantly, electricity. I'm an electrical engineer, and trust me, there is no way Nigeria can leave poverty without a constant power supply. This is 2022. Yeah. There is no way in the world outside Africa that hasn't figured out power. Ukraine is at war right now, but they still have power. What excuse do we have as a country? I have lived in the north, I've lived in the south, I've lived in the east, and all these two regions, I can hit my chest and tell you that some people pay more for this power than other people, and some people feel like it's their God-given right that, okay, anything they want from Nigeria would have to provide. Our mentality needs to change as a country. Seriously speaking.
All right. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Thank you. The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I remember listening to, it was one of the European parliaments. I was watching the parliamentarian conversation, and there was much said, but one thing stuck out. It was a lady, and she said that scarcity make people desperate. So I want to borrow from her today and sample that for a moment and say, with these multi-dimensional levels of poverty, I'm hoping that you understand that with this kind of level of poverty will come a level of desperation undocumented. And I'm not even trying to alarm you. Because if you look at society today, you can see where we are. And I did ask the question, how did we get here? Nobody has given me an answer. And God knows I'm still waiting for that. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. We're talking about our levels of poverty. We're not 10 levels down. It's like we're 10 levels down 10 places. Let's talk. How are you? Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Victor.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Please, 5 years coming. Please, is this any way where we fit do make Nigeria worse like this 5 years coming?
Pardon me. You want it worse?
Please, is this any way where you fit make Nigeria worse more than like 5 years coming?
But why do you want it to be worse 5 years? It will be worse.
We don't already be there now. We don't already be there, so no changing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, no way.
But don't you want a better life? Don't you want a
better life where? Better instead of that, I travel for another African country.
Are you saying it's not possible, or you're saying that
no way, Nigeria today, no way. Even though Abiyoye come be Nigeria president, no way.
Okay, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's something about his comments which I think I'm a little unclear about. I'm not sure if he deliberately wants the country to just practically fall into absolute degradation, or he is so nihilistic that he is persuaded by the fact that it is actually impossible for Nigeria to come up from this pit that we've found herself in. 63% of the Nigerian population in poverty. It is funny. The problem is, like, imagine a sickness that you have, but you don't know you have it until something happens to you. And sometimes it's almost a near-death experience before the doctor tells you, well, you've had this problem. It's like having cancer. They say if you have cancer stage 1, you can survive it. But if you have stage 4, well, go manage your business and wait for your time, because your time has come. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. How do we... there is what you understand this level of poverty to be and how we can get out of this if we are intending to get out of this. The last caller is not with us in getting out. He thinks there's no getting out of it. Hello, Nigeria Info.
Hello.
Tell us your name. Good afternoon. You can go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Anthony.
Welcome, Anthony. Thank you for calling.
Okay, it's quite unfortunate that the level of poverty in Nigeria has gone beyond be careful. And I'm actually scared, because what we see now, what we are facing now, is that people are, the younger people are generating wealth by any means for themselves. And the policy is actually not helping. And people are putting themselves into so many things, legit and illegal things. And that itself is scary, because in the next 5 years, if this continues, I don't think even the elite will be safe.
Thank you.
I don't think.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a message here. Your name is Shola. You say the level of poverty in Nigeria is nothing to write home about. Do we get here? I think the politicians are the perfect position to tell you. I think poverty has come to stay in Nigeria. The way we reason here is totally different from other countries. So this evidently is not the caller that called in. This man's name is Shola. Shola thinks that poverty has come to stay. Scarcity makes people desperate. So nothing makes people more desperate than scarcity. And so if there is a sense to that, do you understand the level of poverty Nigeria is in? There is the threat of it. There is what might even be evidence that we can see in our lives today and now. Can we get out of it tomorrow? What do you think the picture is 5 years from now? Nigeria Info, on the sunny side.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. My
Thank
name
you
is
for
Admiral.
calling. Welcome, Admiral.
Personally, I think the whole problem started from the breakdown of infrastructure. So what Nigeria is living on right now is what was built by people who ruled just shortly after independence. The roads, the bridges, everything, the universities. And new ones are not being made. The old ones are not being properly maintained. So it goes across every industry. Take power. The power stations are still using the old infrastructure. You go to education, the universities, the blocks are still what was built from inception. Nothing new has been added. And you look at all this, over time, that's how we got here. Nothing new is being added. No improvement is being added to what was existing. That's on that side. And then you then look at the mindset of the people who want to go into power. They're not going into power with the intention of changing anything or making it better. They consider Nigeria to be a national cake. You just want to take your own and move on. And what that means for us is, in the next few years, there's going to be chaos, because the person who is just slightly above that poverty mark today, there is no guarantee that he's not going to fall below that mark by next week or by next month, right? He's just one job loss away from being poor. Maybe he's earning just enough to keep his family afloat, and he loses that job, he's gone. While in the Western world, people are being trained to higher levels of performance. Here, we're still dwelling on what used to be, and we think that is just enough. So, in another 5 years, in another 3 to 5 years, there's going to be a complete breakdown of law and order. I mean, today, we have people who consider obtaining financial gains through illegal means as a norm. People see it as, it is what we have to do to get ahead. In another few years, people are literally going to be on the streets. It's happening right now, but I'm just saying it's going to be worse. The police is not going to be there. The military is not going to be there. It's just going to be complete chaos if we're not careful, if we don't do something about it. And like I said before, the people who want to go into power, if their mindset about changing the narrative is not changed right now, if they don't have that mindset of, I want to make this country a better place, or I'm the commissioner for education, I'm going to make sure all the schools, have up-to-date equipment. I'm going to make sure the lecturers or the teachers or whoever is in a place of authority in there has the latest level of education. It also boils down to social media, what we see, what we feed our eyes on every day. On social media, you just get people flaunting wealth, questionable wealth. And I'm sorry, I'm taking too long, but I saw something recently where they said the version of TikTok they have in China is different from the version of TikTok everybody has.
Yeah.
While they expose their citizens to technology and things in medicine and new areas of learning, here we basically all we see is influencers and people who are promoting betting companies and all of that. All of that it all drives back down to how the Nigerian sees himself and expects himself to make it later in life. So
rewarded.
While they want to improve themselves in a good way, all we're just getting fed with is.
Thank you.
It's just
Thank you very much. I do appreciate you really giving an answer to the question which I've asked. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. How did we get here? Because I think if you're going to be voting next year, you need to know where you are today. Like you have to properly articulate it. You have to understand how you got here in order to determine where you want to go. I'm off on a break. We'll come back and the conversation will continue.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo! Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Break to Millions promo. Get free 100 MB MTN data guaranteed on each pack and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids pack. Open the pack flap, scratch for pin, and SMS your unique pin to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
Promo starts on the 1st of November and ends on the 15th of December 2022.
We don't die for where we did, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And we don't wait, PDP don't come again.
Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State. PDP! Power to the people!
Since 2009, Kids Sports Charity Cup has hosted orphanages and welfare homes to a dynamic football tournament. 6 orphanages, 2 schools, 2 grassroots football academies, and 2 organizations will be taking part and playing at this tournament. Will Citadel of Hope come back to win the cup to make it their 4th victory at this tournament? Will Project Friendship Initiative retain this cup as the reigning champion? Or will SOS Children's Home come back from their years of 3rd place to take back their mandate of being the first ever winners of the cup? Come, be a part of history on December 10th, 2022, as the Kids Sports Cup Season 12 World Cup Edition will be going down. And guess what? Entry is absolutely free! This event is proudly supported by Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kingmakers, Kids Being Kids, La Casera, Smooth Drink, Nirvana Water, Bow Drink, DocuLand, Olsen Decker, and the Lemonade Networks.
Broski, my G, after you now you. I be one. I beg, just cut right there. I no get any money at all. I beg. Baba can. Yeah, 5 naira. Yeah, Baba, my new name na Solo Mega.
You self free change your life from Bariga to Banana Island with Mega Millions Naija. Most of the biggest lotteries in the world don't land Naija. US Powerball, Mega Millions US, Super Enaloto, Euro Millions, and many other Obunge lotteries. Oh yeah, visit www.megamillionsnaija.com to join the 30BG gang.
This message is brought to you by Mega Millions Naija. Play it, win it. Not for those under 18.
Leadway Pension PFA.
Hey, that's my jam.
Let me tell you something. There comes a time in your life when you go walk
and come retire.
No more salary, but you're meant to live
happily for the rest of my life.
Sit back and relax.
It's the goal. No shaking. My future is bright. Leadway Pension in my bank.
The time is now to secure your future, to switch to the Pensure side, to choose a future that allows you to be in the moment and relax. Live your best life now. Switch to Leadway Pensure PFA today and enjoy competitive advantages like access of up to 25% of your RSA balance as equity contribution towards your mortgage. Leadway Pensure PFA. Your future, our passion.
Season of laughter and celebration is here again. It's Lemon Friday. Adron Homes is adding joy to your season with an amazing offer of 50% discount on all land sales. Worth more in the goodie bag is an installment payment plan of up to 36 months. With an initial deposit of 25,000 naira to 1 million naira, you also get freebies like a big cow, bag of rice, deep freezer, washing machine, blender, smart TV, chicken, and lots more.
To subscribe, call this number 0803-817-9877 or 0810-332-1298.
Gift yourself a land this season with Adron Homes. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, football is back!
For real?
Oh yes, it's back!
I'm so going for it!
I'm in!
And I'm in. My name is Peter Rufar, aka Dodo Mayana, ex-Nigerian Super Eagles captain and goalkeeper, a certified UEFA coach. Do you dream of becoming a super talented football player? Then join me and other reputable trainers to begin your transformation journey. Are you ready?
Oh yes, you heard it right. Peter Rufai is in the building. Are you ready? Hurry now and join your preferred Young Stars developer and his crew for a complete football makeover. From wherever you are around the world, call in today and transform your dream into reality. Registration is ongoing. For more inquiry, please call 0905-221-3920. 0810-05-80744 or 0705-294-0062. Star of Football Academy, bringing talents to the top. Proudly supported by Cool FM, Wazobia FM and Nigeria Info FM.
We don't tire for where we dey, oh yeah. Now so promise and fail, oh yeah. And it don't take, we don't dey wait. PDP don't come again. Jando malole shake, alama tele o. Jando for governor. Jando under PDP. Jando 2023. Jando alama tele o. Jando for governor. Jando for Lagos. Jando for everybody. Yeah. Jando fight for Lagos. Jando fight for Lagos.
Vote Dr. Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor as Governor of Lagos State.
PDP! Power to the people!
My name na Ekele and na accessories I dey sell. Whether na earring o, belt, even cufflinks dem, e full my shop na. But people no go buy wetin dem no dey see na. Abi, to you, I just dey flood your timeline. To me my phone na my shop, my Airtel data na my rent.
The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Afrobeat has conquered the world. This December, Afrobeat is coming home. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Clouds Talk Concert. Featuring live performances by Buju, Oxlade, Victoni, Ruga. Also featuring exciting interviews from some of Nigeria's brightest stars. Clouds Talk Concert will take place at the Echo Atlantic Victoria Island, Lagos on the 10th of December. Time 6 p.m. Hurry, get your regular tickets for 5,000 naira, VIP 20,000 naira. Tickets available at tix.africa/CTC. CTC is sponsored by TomTom and refreshed by Pepsi. Clouds Talk Concert. Talk just got lit.
Hear that? That's the sound of my children building their future through tech and getting ready to become the next tech champs in the Tech Champs Challenge by Digital Kids Academy. Tech Champs Challenge is the first of its kind, and my kids get to have fun learning coding, graphics, and digital media. It even gets better. They stand to win loads of prizes worth 1 million naira.
Mommy,
Oh, sorry. It's easy. Sign up on www.digitalkids.com.ng, pay your one-time online registration fee of 2,000 naira only, and that's all. Also, your kids must be between 7 to 16 years old. Registration portal is open and closes December 15th, 2022. Tech training starts 17th December 2022. To find out more, call 0908 222 5683. Go register your kids for the Tech Champs Challenge now. Does anyone want snacks?
Oh, mommy.
Powered by the Fast Lane and Co.
He floated into the post and flies it up. We may have just seen the best player of World Cup 2018, Kylian Mbappe.
The biggest sporting event returns. 32 teams from the 5 continental confederations will slug it out for football's grand prize in the first ever World Cup to be held in the Arab world. Join every match day from November 20th to December 18th as we cover all the action of the 2022 FIFA World Cup live and exclusive on your #1 station for talk, Nigeria Info. The FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Nigeria Info. It's live football just the way you like it.
We'll see you in Qatar 2022.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo! Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Break to Millions promo. Get free 100 MB MTN data guaranteed on each pack and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids pack. Open the pack flap, scratch for PIN, and SMS your unique PIN to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair.
Be beautiful. Promo starts on the 1st of November and ends on the 15th of December 2022.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
My name is Joyce. Good afternoon to you. If you have just tuned in, well, we're really, and I think personally, I would like for us to properly evaluate this monster that we're dealing with as a nation. Maybe another way I can say this is to say that, except which I think is fair to separate the spiritual aspect of our human existence, right? We're financially poor, educationally poor, healthcare-wise you're poor, environmentally poor. We have electricity poverty. In fact, the climate change people have formulated a new phrase, electricity poverty in Africa. I thought, well, it's not so novel, but yeah, novel in the sense that that's another category of poverty. Name it, security poverty. Then there's the psychological implications of all of that informs, a mental kind of poverty, something you would refer to or regard as poverty mentality. We have poverty on different levels. Like, it is frightening to properly conceptualize what we have besetting us. But conceptualize it we must, because if we're going to fight it, we must understand what it is we're fighting. We have a few more minutes assigned to this conversation. I'm going to go right now to Skype, or well, I'm hoping he's going to call back. 0700 993 993 993 and 014657190. Welcome to the show. My name's Joyce. We're on Nigeria Info. We're talking poverty levels, poverty dimensions that we're faced with as Nigerians. Habib is here. Hello. And good afternoon to you.
Hey, hello, Joyce. Good afternoon. My name is Habib. I'm calling from the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to you. Interesting conversation you're having. Right. So you asked two questions. What is our poverty and how did we get here?
How did we get here? How do we intend to get out of it? Because this is hell.
Yeah, I agree. And then you asked another interesting question. You said 5 years from now, where will we be?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start from the beginning, right? No doubt about it, we're poor. Yes. How did we get here? It took a long time for us to get here. It wasn't overnight. And in an ideal society, right, the theory I have in my head, the way I conceptualize it is the problems in a society or how a society works is from the bottom to the top, from the smallest unit of society, family, how the parents raise children, how kids are educated, how they grow up, what they engage in with their lives, how their mentality and intellect is formed. And that goes up onto the government level, the very top, the macro, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's how an ideal society would work. And that is why thriving nations today work, because it starts from the bottom to the top. But where we are in Nigeria, it's unfortunate that we can't do that method anymore. We can still get there, but at the moment, it has to start from the top to the bottom, because it's like the bottom is in shambles. And this is to buttress the point that several people have already made on the call. Our biggest problem is mentality. The mindset of the average Nigerian is in the gutters. In a country of millions, there are a few people like you and I who have a head on their shoulders and know what they are doing with their brain. The rest of the people don't. And I'll cite several examples. Pardon me, I might need to mention a couple of names so I can get my point across, but let me just give you a recent example. Recently in the news, there was a case where, was it Bukola Saraki, that was at a campaign session and was throwing money in the air, right? That is just a classic example of the Nigerian problem, the mindset. Forget about how I understand the explanation, the analysis. Oh, these people are poor. Oh, they need the money and all of that. I get it. But that's what you call weaponization of poverty. The fact that people do not have a personal threshold for what they can do. Even before leaving the country, even before becoming the way I was, I had a personal level of, what's the word I would use now? There's a level to which I cannot go below. I'd rather die of hunger. That is me. But not every Nigerian is like that. And we need to get to that level where you have a personal standard for yourself. Yes, I'm poor. Yes, I'm unemployed. Yes, I come from think of the worst background you can imagine. But will I go to a campaign rally because a politician is going to throw money in the air so I can scamper for it? No. I'd rather die of hunger. Will I go on the street? I've often asked myself when I was young in Nigeria, before leaving, if I'm stuck on the road in Lagos, I grew up in Lagos. I know how Lagos is. If I'm stuck on the road, I've been robbed, I've lost my wallet, I've lost everything. I need to get home. I have no dime. What will I do? It's Lagos, for God's sake. I will go to a bus stop. I will go to a garage. I will volunteer to be a conductor. I will do anything I can, but I will not beg for money. Not because I'm proud, not because I'm too big, but that's the level. Like, as a human being, as an adult, as someone who thinks, you don't have to be educated, you don't have to leave the country. Just set a personal standard for yourself. We lack that. That's our number one problem. Number two, pardon me again, I need to mention this. I don't support any of the candidates. I don't have any issue with them. But here's my problem with the thing.
Okay, hold on a second. I think you can refer to the situation without necessarily mentioning the name. It's not, because I think the context is really what we're driving at here.
Okay, fantastic. I'll do that. So here's my issue with our thinking. Why would the present candidates think that they should be the one contesting? Why? What do they have that they have not offered before now, with all the power they've had, that they want to offer now? Whereas what they should be doing is sponsoring the next generation of people that will take Nigeria to the right place. That's my issue. For example, we have evidence that there are people that can make this country work. We have former governors of Lagos State who has done good stuff, that we know that this person has a head on his shoulder that can solve problems. What I would expect is the current set of people that are contesting should see themselves as company directors who have stepped away from that limelight of politicking and active contesting, but are looking for talent in the country to say, we know you have sense, we know you can solve problems, we'll back you to solve that problem. We're not going to interfere in your work, but we're going to make sure that you have all the resources to solve this problem.
But you see, that's a divine level of goodwill that maybe only Jesus gives. So in the absence of a man being the perfect imitation of Christ, what else is there?
It's not divine. It's okay. Here's another simple.
We're talking politics here. We're not talking. We're not talking a unit in church or the unit in the mosque. We're not talking a village community. We're talking politics. Politics is the devil's game. So in the absence of Christ being the one who's running for office, you're trying to say something about power. So if somebody doesn't give power, then what happens? What should the people know?
Well, if someone doesn't give power, people typically should try and take back the power. But the people we're talking about don't have the right mindset. So even when they take that power, it's like a vicious circle. We're going to go back to ground zero. That's where the mindset comes in. Because it's not even the average young Nigerian is just like the set of people that are contesting right now. It's the same mentality. When they get there, they're going to do the same thing.
So, I mean, the reason for this conversation is to see whether we can highlight where we are and maybe the threat of what can be if we don't move away from where we are is enough force to compass into where we want to be, meaning that people are going to inform themselves and at least vote for whom they think is capable of redeeming them from the shackles of hell, which is what is now known to be Nigeria's reality.
And well, I hate to be a doomsayer, but you asked 5 years from now what will change.
Exactly.
This is an anomaly on planet Earth. I don't know how we've survived this long. By all statistics, by all theories, we should have, imploded by now. But somehow we are on this precipice, this balance where we take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back, 2 steps forward. So we've been doing that for years and we've gotten so good at it.
So there's nothing that can advance us, nothing takes us out of this. Nothing. There's no glimmer of hope. There's no silver lining. There's no...
No, I don't see.
Yo. All right.
Because as long as the setup I have right now are still the one running the game, they are the one running the game. If they are not willing to say, give it to you, we'll support you with whatever way we can, but we're leaving it in your hands.
Thank you.
If they don't do that, we're on the same spot.
I appreciate
Thank you very
calling
much.
in. Thank you. Nigeria Info and wow, the sunny side. Let's talk. Hello.
You're thinking like that I'm joking.
Hello. Hello.
Search for it. Search for it.
Oh, I think he's having a moment. Hello. Hello.
Okay, you want to buy?
Okay. Oh, wait.
I will kill you.
Oh, wait. What?
If I don't kill you,
oh.
I swear. Go and bring out my papers. You remove them from on top of the bed and you lay the bed. Then you put them back where?
Oh.
You put them back where? When you lay the bed, when I come back, I don't see any paper. The papers are all removed. Don't search. If you don't get that paper, don't pack your things and leave the house now. Now, 1 week is too much. You will die today.
Hello.
Well, we didn't take any paper. What are the five?
Hello.
We are looking for it where? So who will come to our bed inside my room to carry five?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Only for you.
Hello.
Nobody comes to my room to carry five.
Hello. Can you hear me? I don't think you can. Hello. 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 Trying to save a life. Hello. Okay.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, how are you?
I'm good. So.
God bless. Yeah.
Wait, are you sure God is going to bless me while you are threatening someone that you're going to kill them? Well, I mean, I'm blessed, right? But you are telling someone they're going to die.
No, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you. Sorry.
I know. I just don't want you to get yourself in trouble. That's all. I don't.
No, I will try not to.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Mende, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, the issue we are talking about, issue of poverty in Nigeria, the luck we have in this country is that at least 30% of Nigerians are not very literate. 30%. So they are not as they don't know much about their rights, civil rights, human rights, and all those things. They don't know that there is a level an average human being cannot live below animal level. Unlike in the Arab countries, where you have things like Arab Spring, where the citizens just say enough is enough, we are not going to accept this. That is why we are still living like something like that resembles society. Otherwise, the level of poverty, the level of corruption in this country, not many societies in this world can tolerate it. Where the president of a country takes laws into his hand and fly out of the country to take care of his medication, to take care of his health. When the citizens are dying like rats in the hospitals, no medication, nothing. As I'm talking to you, Joyce, my right leg is amputated because of the carelessness in the hospital at Luke. You will not see doctors. They will neglect the patients because they have their own clinics. So the level of corruption in this country is suicidal. And because the citizens cannot fight for themselves, we are a docile society. If you try this in America, there will be revolution. But people are not able to stand up. Look at people that come and steal our oil with foreign ship. The National Assembly set up a committee 2 weeks ago to probe the theft of Nigerian oil. they made a recommendation to the president listing the names of people that are involved in it. They sent it to Buhari. Do you know that last week Buhari came and stated categorically that he's not going to name them with absolute impunity, and he claims to be elected by the people. So we have to restructure. We cannot continue like this. This election that they are trying to do is nonsense.
Oh.
It's just fish coming again to steal whatever they have eaten our flesh. They now want to come and eat the bones that are remaining. So if we don't restructure, in 5 years, people will grab somebody on the street and start eating your flesh. You know, that is my take. Sorry.
It's okay, but just don't kill anybody so that you don't get in trouble.
No, I will try not to. You see, let me tell you, Joyce, the level of provocation in this country is sometimes intolerable.
I understand, you know? But I live my peace with you. I live my peace with you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm very sorry.
It's all right. Thank you very much for calling me. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. You're on the sunny side. My name's Joyce. We're Nigeria Info. Context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running late to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a